So we got something a little bit different here today. These have been sent to me by Turnlock, and I thought I might as well make a YouTube video out of it because it interests me, it'll probably interest you guys, and it's a very cool product. So let's get into opening this thing up and I'll show you guys what it is. So these are a motorbike peg binder, so you do not need straps anymore to tie down your motorbike, your dirt bike. You can use something like this. So we go and open it up, and this is what inside. Very nice packaging, and I believe this is the installation instructions. So I've just been downloading it on my phone. Let's see if it's downloaded yet. Alright, I'll watch that in a minute, but yeah, back into the box here. These are the components, so we're going to have to assemble these, I guess, and then we'll look at putting it on the ute. So I'm going to put these on my 79 Series LandCruiser. That is the only tray back vehicle that I have. Bolts. Not sure what this is, but we'll work it out very soon. We have our pins here and the chain. Okay, so over here, Turnlock have also sent me a set of tie downs, or a couple of sets, because we will need those to work with this kit as well. So in the box, I've already opened this. It was in some nice packaging, like these ones will be. But yeah, I've already opened these up. So these are the tie downs that they also sell, but we will need these to tie onto our chains now. So these receivers here need to mount into the ute tray. We'll go and mount those in a sec. But for now, I want to work out how to assemble these. So now that they are assembled, this is the locking pin, which is pretty cool. So it just goes in the top, like so, and that locks it in so it can't move. And then there's a button on the top to be able to pull that back out. Very cool. And then we've just got the tie down here. I've just clipped it on, so that is all ready to go. So let's go and try and get this in the ute. So I'm just going to measure my bike to see roughly what this thing is from the peg. Let's go roughly from the front tyre. Damn it. So I think if we go with 1300, we should be all good. Now I have a couple in the ute already. Right here, I got one. Just go and check this. Hopefully it's in a similar spot. Oh, it's almost perfect. It's like 1270. I reckon we can probably give that a go. But the problem is this one over here is too far apart. So I need to put some more in. So I think if I put one here and then one there so we can put two bikes on, we'll be sorted. So I guess the next thing I want to do is actually measure the distance between the pegs. So we can check. Oh, I can sort of feel it there. About 500. And we want to go in the middle of that. Okay, so here's one. We want to go 400, which will be there. So if we put one more there, and then on the same on the other side, we should be good for two bikes. Okay, here is our receivers. So I need to go ahead and drill some holes for these ones. Now I just need to get a pen. I'm just going to write on here so I don't forget. So 400. Now the other cool thing here is the diagram we need to drill the holes is on the back of their instruction manual. So we sit this on here, it all lines up, so we can just place this on the tray, drill our holes. So I might just quickly put the ute in the shed because we are going to get a heap of rain shortly and I don't want to be caught in that. So I'll just go and move it in the shed. So I've messed this up. I probably should have drilled the other 2 pilot holes before doing that, but anyway, it's all good. We'll figure it out. So we just need to find the center of this, but what I'll do is measure from here to the end of that plate so we can get our measurement for that hole, drill that one, and then we'll be able to figure out the other one. So we got all our holes drilled now. I've just got this sitting in here so we can check that the holes are all lined up and she's all good. So now we need to go underneath and bolt this from underneath. Now we need the other, this is a 2-part receiver. So how it works is this is your top plate and then this is your bottom plate here. So it needs to mount under the tray like this with our bolts through the top and some nuts on the bottom. So under here is our hole right there. So we need to somehow get under here. Oh yeah, I'll be able to do that. There we go. Bolt that up. Now no, this is only an alley floor and it's 3mm thick, but as you can see from underneath here, there's 2 massive supports there, so we should be okay. It's bolted here, bolted there the whole way along, and it's also glued as well. So I think we should be fine to tie our dirt bike to it. All right, that's one done. So now we'll go and do the other side. Right here. I guess the whole idea is to just put as many of the tower downs as possible in this U-tray. So they sent me 8 new kits, plus I already had 8, I'm pretty sure. So 16 tie downs. If I just load this whole tray with tie downs, I'll be able to tie anything down. Because the problem I have at the moment is sometimes I want to tie down like a box on the back or a swag, and there's just not enough points. So the more the better, we can tie down whatever we want. So we'll have a row here, and then we'll do another row here, and then maybe another row here as well. There we go, they're all installed, all done, ready to try and throw the bike on. We have 1 in each corner, and then we have another 3 along there. But I do have enough, like I said, to run them all along here. So got another 2 kits, so we can do all along here, and then fill in these gaps here as well. That'll be so many tie downs. Now I do need to repaint my tray because it's peeling up, but yeah, let's not worry about that. Let's go get the bike and see if we can get this thing on there. So before we get the bike, I'm just gonna go and get everything ready to go. So in this little bag is where I keep all my locks, and we also have the peg locks in here as well. So we got them ready to go, and that's all we need. All the rest I also keep in here. But we don't need those, we just need those. Lock these in where we want them. So I'm going to lock it in here, like that. And that one there. So now we can go and get the bike, chuck it on. Okay, so now we have the bike on, we should be able to just hook them over the pegs and lock her in. So I'm just going to hook that over there, and then I'll do the other side. And now we can go and lock them in. That's just to store your lock. Pull it down. I need to move it across because this won't go in. Put your lock in and you're done. That thing's not going anywhere. Now you may be thinking, what's going to stop the bike from rolling back and forward? Well, they've thought of everything. So this is a brake lock. Goes on your brake lever like this. Lock it in, and now your bike's not going anywhere. So it's not even touching at the front there, and she's solid. How good's that? These things are wicked. Now the best thing about it is you don't need any of your fork stoppers because the load is all on the back shock rather than the front, so they're not really compressed. Not going to be an issue for your fork seals. That thing is not going anywhere. That's wicked. And then the other cool thing that I have noticed about these is when you're storing it overnight, you know how you usually loosen your straps? If you want to, you can just release it on both sides, and then the bike will still sit there and not go anywhere. So you have no compression on any of your shocks, and she's still there, solid as. Leave it overnight, week, whatever you want to do. And when you're ready to go, lock them up and away you go. There you go, guys. The boys at Turnlock have absolutely nailed it on these pegs as well as the tie downs. So if you want to go check out their stuff, I'll leave the link to their website in the description. Thanks for watching.